All right, so hi everyone. I am Sohan Joshi. I'm currently a graduate student in Management of Technology at New York University. I moved here to NYC from Pune 2 months ago to pursue my graduate studies. And the agenda of this video is to basically document everything that I've experienced and learned in the last 2 months of my graduate studies here. Like, not just studies, but my life here in general, which I think is super valuable for the people, those who are trying to come here in the fall 2025 intake. So, without any further delay, let's just begin the video. Just a short notice that whatever resources that I keep documenting on, like my LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, my newsletter, everything is linked in the description, which you might want to check. And also, like, the agenda of this channel is to basically document my career trajectory and the things that I'm learning through my experiences and, just like talking and networking with people and also doing my own stuff. So that's the simple agenda of this channel. I have been doing this in smaller formats during my undergrad, during which I ran a newsletter and a podcast. But I think YouTube does a great job at amplifying my message through video format. So I'm just giving it a shot. I have a lot of videos planned about like MS applications and things in general, which I think are super valuable to the student community. So please subscribe to the channel if you think that this resonates with you. And without any further delay, let's just begin the video. So the first point is that, how's NYU? It's amazing. So let me break this answer into 4 to 5 different components. The first component is like the courses that I've taken. So I've taken courses in finance, economics, and design strategies. That's like 9 credit worth of courses. So we are like, basically our program is 36 credits, which is like 9 into 4, like 4 semesters and 9 credits a semester. That's how I've planned it. So like you are free to choose how many credits you can take from the range of 9 to 12. I've taken 9 credits because I think taking more courses doesn't make any sense to me right now. So in finance, I'm learning corporate finance, the very basics of it, which I think resonates with the career goal that I have, about which I'll subsequently talk in the future videos. So finance, economics, basically I'm learning microeconomics, something that I'm naturally curious about, and also read in the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. So I'm studying that right now. And design strategies is basically all about strategy, product design, new venture creation, entrepreneurship, all of that stuff. So these are the courses that I've taken. So I selected these courses in the month of August, if I'm not wrong, before coming here, or even earlier. I think it was in July. So I chose my courses in July, came here on August of 18th. It's been over 2 months since I'm here. So this was about the courses. Now talking about the professors. So the best thing about experiencing this education system here in NYU is that the professors have a good industry experience. So like all the professors, especially for our department and the coursework that I'm studying, have at least 20 to 25 years of work experience. So they basically teach what is relevant in the industry, like finance and economics, which is I think super crucial, which I'm studying from the first principles. I think that's the way I usually study subjects. Design strategies is my favorite course for this semester, which is not an elective. Which is an elective, and finance and economics were mandatory courses that we are supposed to take under this graduate program. So Professor Sam and Sean teach us design strategies, who are like in their mid 30s, I think, and have a great experience of working with entrepreneurs, in startups and also in VC. So their class is like super value add. I really enjoy being in that class, and like those 2 hours pass by just like this because I enjoy participating in that class so much. So this is about the courses and the professors. Talking about the assignments, I think the system gives you a flexibility of choosing how deep you want to go into the courses. So like we have 2 kinds of readings, one is mandatory and one is optional. So for the subjects that you just want to get by, you can just read the mandatory readings, come into the class well prepared, attend the class, collect some value, go home, that's it. But for optional readings, you have like a couple of readings and books that they suggest you to read. If you're interested, you can go deeper into the subject. So that's about the like the reading material. The assignments, I think they are due every week. And design strategies has a very hands-on like kind of assignments where we go out, do market research, talk to people, click pictures with them, present dashboards and stuff. I think I'll get deeper into the content in the subsequent videos. Let me know if you're interested. Economics and finance assignments are like more theoretical, especially finance, which is like slightly mathematical in nature because of the nature of the subject. So that's about the assignments, professors, and the courses that I've taken. Apart from that, the academic calendar, which really stands out for me. So coming from a tier 2 college in India, we almost never had any academic planner with us. Like we used to get notified about any practicals, exams, like I don't know, 5-7 days, 10 days in advance, and we were supposed to keep everything out aside and then just focus on these exams. But here, after you register for the courses, you get the entire academic calendar. Like, do you have exams for the course? If you have the exams, when are the exams, what's the weightage, all of that stuff, which I think helps you pre-plan the semester. You are at least informed, basically, even if you're not pre-planned. I think that really helps. So that's about the academic calendar, which I wish I had during my undergrad. So I think my days and my months and my weeks would have been less cluttered. But nonetheless, I mean that's something that I get to experience here, which is something that I'm really fascinated by. So this is about NYU. Talking about the people at NYU again, I think people come here from different walks of life, and basically in terms of career is what I'm trying to say. Not getting too philosophical. So people in my class have like different work experience. Some people come with 0 years of work experience. Some people come with 4 years of experience. So it really doesn't matter because you are at the end in the same class. So like this diversity basically encourages people to think from different perspectives, which I think I can clearly see when I'm in the design strategies class, because people from different industries, like people who have worked at Microsoft, people who have their own, I don't know, food company, something like that, like totally different industries sitting in the same class, does bring a lot of different perspectives, something that I really like looking at. So I mean, because of that, exposure is too high in NYU, which I will also address in the subsequent videos, subsequent points further. So that's about the academics. About the people, sorry. Talking about New York, I think NYU offers you a certain degree of exposure, but New York takes it even further. The fact that every major company has some sort of presence in New York makes it really attractive to be here from a career point of view, because you can just like message cold mail people, shoot a DM on LinkedIn, and you can just sort of meet them. I was lucky enough to meet a lot of people here in the first 2 months itself. So I met Sahil Bloom, I met his business partners, I met his manager, I met the CEO of some companies, I met of like startups. I met a couple of people who are actively building their personal brand, people who are working in Bank of America. I met a lot of people, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And in person, by meeting, I don't mean any Zoom calls and stuff. I think that is like it was so easy for me to do that because I stay in New York City. So I think New York does offer you that exposure. And for me personally, it does create an ambition, because when I go to Manhattan, it's so beautiful, like with those tall buildings, and you know that there are like penthouses worth, I don't know, tens of millions of dollars. I think for me, it creates an ambition. Being sort of a materialistic person, this might differ for like people to people. I am a huge supercar geek as well. I see a lot of supercars around. That creates an ambition within me. And I think a part of me always sort of belonged to New York, because I grew up watching Marvel movies, about which I've mentioned, I don't know, 100 times on my Instagram and my blogs and stuff ever since I came here. But yeah, I mean, that's a fact. Like, I grew up watching Marvel movies, and I see all the filming locations from these movies here after coming to New York. It does feel surreal, because my, I don't know, 12, 13-year-old self like saw something in the movies, and I'm seeing it in person after 10 years. Like, obviously it does feel great, especially if like, you know, because I came here for the first time. So yeah, I mean, New York does offer an insane level of exposure. Absolutely love it. And the fact that NYU is located in NYC makes it even better, because I get to choose what kind of exposure I want to have today. Like today, I just want to go to the university, get my work done, come back home. Fine. I want to meet someone, I can do that as well. I know a lot of people who are studying at remote locations in amazing universities, but I think what I realize after talking to them is that they don't have much of a flexibility of choosing where to hang out, and choosing how to spend time and network with people, just because they are stuck at a remote location. So the lesson here is that if you're trying to like, apply for masters in the coming year, you might also think about the city that you are trying to stay in. So I mean, that's one of the very important things that I've realized. Talking about New York City and NYU again, a combined point. I think I knew that NYU is a good school, but I did not know it's this good and this popular in New York City. Like every time I've been to a public event, where like a career event, networking event, product management event, whatever that is, and whenever I mention NYU, people are like, "Oh, you're from NYU." I did not expect this reaction, honestly, because I am not, first of all, used to this, because I come from a tier 2 college again. But when I get to experience this year, I'm like, okay, NYU is a good school, but like I didn't expect this. So like, just for the record, like New York City does have like three big schools, like Columbia, Cornell, two of which are Ivy Leagues, and then NYU. So I think these three, like in New York State, do create a lot of dominance. I believe. So I got to experience that. Felt amazing. I wanted to always experience this. When let's say I go to an IIT, I'm like, oh, people are taken aback. Oh, he's from IIT, but I never got to experience that. Never mind. So this was about NYU and NYC in general. Now talking about a very important point about exposure. So this is going to be a huge value adding point for the people coming from, like, especially tier 2 and tier 3 colleges, and even maybe from the tier 1 colleges of India as well. In India, what happens is people usually have same career goals, and almost similar paths to sort of get to that goal. But when I came to NYU, I realized that people come from so many different walks of life. Like people come from different industries, people come from different financial constants, people come with different goals in their mind, people come with different strengths and weaknesses. They come here with different set of skill sets. They come here with different perspectives and outlook towards the world. It's like so different for everyone here, and the amount of exposure that you get by talking to people is insane. But I mean, here is the most important point, which I think Dheeraj had tweeted about when he went to IIT Bombay. Dheeraj is my friend, by the way, who is also here at New York, NYU, basically. So he tweeted that with such an exposure, you either find yourself or lose yourself, which is, I think, absolutely very true. Because when you come here and you are not clear about the things that you want to do, or at the bare minimum clear about the things that you don't want to do, it's very easy for you to pursue every distraction as an opportunity. Because everyone is doing something different here, everyone is making their own way, walking their own path. I mean, if you talk to enough people, you will realize that there are some common paths that people are walking on, but there are also same number of people who are walking their individual paths. So if you're not defining like what you want to do here, it's very highly likely that you will either get lost or you will walk on the path which is not meant for you. So I think the advice that I have for the people those are coming here is that you should at least be clear about the things that you don't want to do, so that you can at least streamline your efforts and then try to align it to a sensible direction, is what I strongly feel. So this is about the exposure that I faced here. Expanding on the financial constraints, that point, again, this is something that I would advise every person who is sort of coming here, and this is something that I've experienced myself, is that people come here with many, oh, there's a squirrel here. Yeah, so people come here with many different financial constraints. Like someone is here on an education loan, someone here is on a partial education loan, someone here is on a full education loan. And trust me, when you come here, you can literally feel the dollar INR conversion hitting you, especially if you are here on an education loan. Because I'll just give you a context. Like when I was at PICT during my undergrad, so over there I used to spend my entire day in 250 rupees. That's around $3, where I used to get my breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything, because I used to eat at mess and canteen and all of that stuff. But after coming here, on the first day when I went grocery shopping, I bought 3 tomatoes for $3. I mean, that literally put me into a shocker. No matter how many people that I've talked to and noted down, $700, $1,000 is going to be your monthly expense. But the moment you come here and then oh, the squirrel is so close, I'm not moving, it's here. Yeah, so the moment you come here and you realize that it's very different from the way it is in India, and it's costlier than in India, and you sort of compare, it does hit you. So the important thing, and then eventually 2 weeks further I got my on-campus job. So the thing that I'm trying to sort of advise is get an on-campus job as soon as you come here, because that will solve your financial constraints. Because it's just easier when you see that you can manage your monthly expenses and you're earning sort of surplus than what you actually want. And I know people who, as soon as they got their admits, oh, the squirrel is up there, I think it went up there. Yeah. So as soon as you're here, try to look for on-campus jobs, which does sort out your monthly expenses and stuff. I think it gives you a sense of confidence, and there's just one less thing for you to worry about after you're here. Another point about roommates and emotional quotient, and sort of talking about me as well, about these points. So I think one important thing is to find really good roommates. I don't know, like for me, I think it worked out really well, because Dheeraj was with me. He was during my undergrad with me. Right now he's with me, same class, same course, same university, everything same. So I think that worked out really well for me, and the other two roommates were my mutuals. So that really worked out well, like I mentioned. So the thing is, as soon as you come here, I think it's very important to get on common grounds with your roommates in terms of the expenses that you're sort of trying to eye for, and the chores and stuff. Because I know a lot of seniors who were not on common grounds, and there is this, if you're not sorted with your roommates, there's just one other reason of worry that gets added to your list of worries, and already considering that you're doing so many things here. So just talking it out with your roommates and understanding what their preferences are, what yours are, goals and stuff, everything, expenses and stuff, does sort things out. For me, again, it's a very special case, but that Dheeraj is with me, and the other two guys, Bhavik and Gautam, they are super supportive, super amazing, and they're amazing. We have great time staying together. We enjoy it. I mean, there's no trouble basically that I'm sort of facing right now. And yeah, I mean, that does really matter, and I'm sort of fortunate to have these people here. So this is about roommates and stuff. Apart from that, yeah, emotional quotient. I mean, do I miss my home, friends, and family? Yes, I do. There have been days I celebrated my 22nd birthday, and it was the first time I celebrated my birthday outside of my family. So obviously, I do miss them. But the thing is that growth happens outside your comfort zone is something that I've realized sooner or later. So that's why, I mean, I realize that I do miss them, but the fact that I also realize that I'm here for a purpose, I'm here for a mission, which is basically my statement of purpose, which sort of keeps me motivated. So guys, please work on your statement of purpose really well. Don't get it written from someone else, write it yourself, because those are the words that you're going to sort of reflect back on when you're all by yourself here. So I mean, that's one of the things. Yeah, I mean, these are the broad couple of points. Again, talking about one other thing like supercars and stuff. Like, I've been a huge supercar geek from my childhood, but I have never seen supercars for like the first 15 years of my life. I don't know why, but when I came here, I went to the Aston Martin showroom, I went to the showroom at Porsche, and I don't know, I sat in those cars and stuff. Like, it was an amazing experience. I went to the Ferrari world before coming here. I had my layover in Abu Dhabi and stuff. So I mean, I enjoyed that as well, that aspect of life as well. Really liking it. I see supercars creates an ambition, super fun. So that's that. Talking about, just I'm just like, this video is not scripted, I'm talking what comes to my mind, talking about the people here at New York. I think I see, I mean, they're super friendly. Like, everyone greets you good morning, good evening, good afternoon, thank you, sorry. It's so frequent here. I mean, I'm not used to such a thing in India. I think that came out as a cultural shock, a minor cultural shock, that okay, like, people here are super nice. So I mean, that is something that I really liked. The subway system, it's very similar to the one that you have at Mumbai local, except that it's less crowded and it's a bit more civilized, I would say. Um, yeah, I mean, I enjoy being here, and I sort of have an unfair advantage, like I mentioned, with Dheeraj, and we are working on some projects. So just ending this video on mentioning the things that I'm currently working on. So I'm currently focused on my academics. That's the most obvious thing. Second is my on-campus job, which is at the NYU Computer Science Department. I'm also the graduate representative at the NYU Product Management Club. I'm trying to volunteer over there. Apart from that, I'm also building this side project in media, which is basically to scale my Instagram, newsletter, LinkedIn, trying to build a personal brand around it, about which I'll also mention. And then there is another project which I'm working along with Dheeraj, which I will, like, we both will basically reveal soon. So these are the areas in which, and then daily chores, and then having some fun exploring New York. I mean, these are the areas that I usually spend my time in. Have I optimized my time schedule? Not yet. I'm trying different things to work around my schedule. And the squirrel is so close, it's adorable. I'll show you guys. Wait. So yeah, I mean, this is like what I'm doing here. I mean, it's very cold right now. It's very cold. I was holding my breath for so long, but it's very cold. Anyways, yeah, I mean, this is where the video comes to an end. I will keep posting such videos in a more professional way. This was like more like an experiment where I came in a park and I started recording. But I will keep posting such videos on my channel, which I think are going to be a huge value add to a lot of people out there. So yeah, I mean, let me know if there's a specific topic that you all want me to address. I will definitely address. Don't forget to check the resources in the description, and I'll see you again. It's cold. The squirrel is here. I'm going to show you guys. Just a second. This is the squirrel. Can you see? Yep, it's here. See? See. Yeah, guys. Bye bye.